You keep saying you'll start tomorrow. You keep waiting for the right time, the right energy, the right feeling. But let me tell you something, that perfect moment doesn't exist. Every day you wait, your dream dies a little more. No more delays. No more talking. Do it now. Number 1. The trap of excuses. You know what the most dangerous habit in the world is? It's not laziness. It's not fear. It's excuses. Excuses are comfortable. They sound smart. They sound reasonable. They even sound kind. I'm tired, I'll do it later, I'll start when things get better. But what you don't see is that every excuse you make, every reason you create, builds a wall around your potential. And one day, you wake up trapped inside it. You talk about what you want, success, freedom, greatness. But you never move toward it. You say, I'll start on Monday. Monday becomes next week. Next week becomes next month. And before you know it, your entire life becomes a series of postponed beginnings. You see, your mind loves comfort. It loves safety. It tells you stories that keep you exactly where you are. It whispers, you deserve a break. You've done enough. But the truth? You haven't even started. Excuses are clever. They disguise themselves as logic. They tell you, it's not the right time, I'm not ready, I don't have what I need. But let me ask you this. When was anything in life ever perfectly ready? When did any champion, any leader, any warrior wait for the stars to align? They didn't. They moved. They started with what they had. Because you'll never have the perfect plan. You'll never feel 100% ready. And if you wait for that, you'll wait forever. The trap of excuses doesn't look like a trap. It feels good. It feels justified. You think you're protecting yourself, but in reality, you're only protecting your limitations. Every time you say, I can't, I'll try, or maybe later, you hand your future to fear. You give away your power. So here's the truth. No one's coming to save you. No one's coming to push you. No one's coming to make you start. You either do it, or you don't. And if you keep choosing not to, then stop calling it a dream. Call it what it really is, a wish you never had the courage to chase. This is your wake-up call. You've made enough excuses. Now it's time to make progress. Number 2. The wake-up call. There comes a moment when life throws you a mirror. It doesn't lie. It doesn't care about your reasons or your comfort. It shows you exactly who you are, and exactly how long you've been standing still. Maybe it's that morning you wake up and feel disgusted with yourself. Not because of what others said, but because deep down, you know you've been lying to yourself. You said you wanted change, but you kept choosing comfort. You said you were built for more, but you kept acting like less. That's the moment everything shifts. That's when the pain of staying the same becomes heavier than the fear of change. That's when you stop saying, I can't, and start asking, why not me? The truth hits hard. Nobody's holding you back. Not your boss, not your family, not your past. It's you. It's always been you. You've been fighting battles that only exist in your mind. You've been rehearsing failure before you've even tried. You've been convincing yourself that you're not ready, when in reality, you've been ready for years. You don't need another plan. You don't need more time. You just need that 1 second of courage, that single, silent decision where you finally say, enough. That's your wake-up call. That's the moment you stop waiting to feel ready and start moving anyway. Because when the pain of regret hits harder than the pain of effort, that's when you finally wake up. That's when you stop dreaming about the life you want and start fighting for it. Number 3. Breaking the mind's chains. Your biggest enemy isn't out there, it's in here. Your mind. That soft voice that sounds like reason, but lives in fear. It tells you to wait. It tells you to rest. It tells you that maybe, just maybe, it's not worth it. And you listen. Because your mind knows how to sound convincing. It knows how to wrap fear in comfort and sell it to you as peace. But make no mistake, that peace is fake. It's a silent killer. Every time you choose comfort over challenge, you strengthen the chains that hold you down. You become your own prisoner. You build your own cage and lock it with the key of excuses. Your mind is clever. It pretends to protect you from failure, but what it's really protecting you from is growth. Because growth hurts. Progress is uncomfortable. Change feels like pain at first. But pain is the process. The only way to freedom is through the fight inside your own head. You've got to learn to argue with yourself, not with words, but with action. When your mind says, you can't, you show it that you can. When it says, rest, you push once more. When it says, tomorrow, you do it now. That's how you break the chains. Not by talking about freedom, but by earning it, one hard decision at a time. You stop asking your mind for permission. You start giving it orders. You stop negotiating with weakness. You start commanding strength. And little by little, something shifts. The same voice that once doubted you starts to respect you. It stops fighting against you and starts fighting for you. That's the moment your mind becomes your weapon, not your wall. That's when you stop surviving and start rising. Number 4. The pain that builds you pain. That's the part everyone tries to skip. The part nobody wants to face, but it's the only path that actually changes you. You see, you can read every book, listen to every motivational video, repeat every positive quote, but until you feel the weight of discipline, you'll never become who you're meant to be. Pain is the tax for greatness. And every person who ever became something real paid it in full. There's no shortcut through struggle. There's no comfort in growth. When you're chasing something bigger than yourself, you're going to get tired. You're going to doubt. You're going to question why you even started. And that's the moment most people quit. That's the moment you've got to rise. When it hurts, when it burns, when it breaks you down, that's when you're being built. That's when the weak layers start to peel off. That's when the old version of you begins to die, and the real one starts to appear. You'll cry, you'll curse, you'll want to run, but if you stay right there in the fire long enough, you'll notice something. You're still standing. You didn't break, you bent, you burned, but you're still here. That's the beauty of pain. It introduces you to your power. It shows you what you're made of. It forces you to see that you're stronger than you ever imagined. Don't fear pain. Study it, respect it, let it teach you, because pain is not your punishment, it's your preparation. Every representative that hurts, every morning that feels impossible, every night you want to give up, those are the bricks that build you. You don't become unbreakable by avoiding pain. You become unbreakable by walking straight through it, and coming out stronger on the other side. So when it hurts, smile. When it burns, breathe. Because right there, in the middle of all that pain, that's where your power is being born. Number 5. The now moment. There comes a day when you finally stop talking about it. No more plans. No more someday. No more waiting for motivation to strike. You just move. That's the now moment. When the voice inside you stops asking for comfort and starts demanding change. It's that instant when hesitation dies and decision takes over. You don't think. You act. You don't wait for confidence. You create it. You don't ask if you're ready. You make yourself ready. Because the truth is, nothing changes until you move. The dream doesn't become real because you thought about it harder. It becomes real because you took the first step. Now. You say you'll start tomorrow. But tomorrow is just another lie your mind tells you to keep you still. The power is in now. The growth is in now. The difference between you and everyone who never made it is that you move while they wait. The now moment isn't big or loud. It's quiet. It's that whisper that says, go. It's that sudden spark that turns pain into power, fear into fuel. And when you act in that second, that now, you rewrite your future. You break the habit of delay. You build the muscle of action. You stop being someone who talks about change, and you become someone who causes it. So when you feel that hesitation creep in, don't think. Don't plan. Just move. Because later is the language of regret. And now is the start of your legacy. Number 6. Proof through action. Words are cheap. Dreams are easy. But proof is rare. You can tell the world you're going to change. You can tell yourself you'll do better. But until your actions match your words, it's just noise. You want people to believe in you? Stop talking. Show them. You want to believe in yourself? Stop planning. Start doing. Every representative you take, every book you read, every early morning and late night, that's your proof. That's your evidence that you're serious. Most people wait to feel motivated before they act. But champions act their way into motivation. They move first, and the feeling follows. Action builds belief. Belief builds consistency. Consistency builds results. And that's the formula most people never commit to. Because action takes effort. It takes discipline. It takes doing it when you don't want to. When you're tired, when it's raining, when nobody's watching. That's where the proof is born. In silence. In sweat. In sacrifice. So keep working. Keep pushing. Keep proving. Every small win counts. Every quiet victory adds up. And one day, the same people who doubted you will be the ones asking how you did it. But you won't even need to answer. Because your proof will be everywhere, in your results, your confidence, your peace. You'll know you earned it. Because you built it with action, not excuses. Number 7. The inner voice of discipline. Discipline isn't something you find, it's something you build. It's not about feeling like it, it's about doing it anyway. That inner voice inside you, the one that used to say, "Not today," will start to change. It'll start to say, "Do it now." Discipline rewires your mind. It makes you unstoppable. It turns doubt into direction, hesitation into motion. You don't wait for motivation anymore, because you've built a voice stronger than feelings. That voice says, "I don't care if you're tired. I don't care if you're scared. Get up, let's go." And you listen. You move. Because discipline is freedom. When you master it, you control your life. When you lose it, your life controls you. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you grow stronger. Every time you push through resistance, you build respect for the person in the mirror. The greatest confidence comes from consistency, from knowing you'll do what you said you'd do, even when no one's watching. So let that inner voice speak louder than your excuses. Let it command your steps. Because discipline doesn't make life easier, it makes you stronger. And strength makes everything possible. Number 8. Facing the hardest days. There will be days that test everything you've built. Days when you question yourself, your purpose, even your progress. The alarm will go off, and every part of you will want to quit. The world will feel heavy. Your body will ache. Your mind will scream, "Why bother?" That's when you dig deeper. Because these are the days that define you. Anybody can be motivated when it's easy. But only warriors rise when it's hard. You'll face failure. You'll face silence. You'll face doubt. But you'll also face the version of yourself that refuses to break. When the world says stop, you whisper, "Not yet." When everything tells you to rest, you take one more step. That's how you separate from the crowd. That's how you earn greatness, in the dark, when nobody sees. Because those hardest days are the ones that shape you into the person who never quits. Number 9. The victory within one day. You'll look back and realize, it was never about proving others wrong. It was about proving yourself right. You'll see how every sleepless night, every failure, every painful representative built the person staring back at you. That's the real victory, not the applause, not the spotlight, but the silence after the storm when you know you didn't quit. You faced fear and kept walking. You fell and stood again. You went to war with your weakness and won. You stopped waiting for motivation. You stopped asking for permission. You stopped living for someday. Now, you live for now. Because you finally understand, peace doesn't come from avoiding struggle, it comes from conquering it. And the moment you beat the version of yourself that said, "I can't," you became unstoppable. That's the victory no one can take from you. Number 10. The final call. This is your moment. Right here, right now. You can keep waiting for the perfect time, or you can realize, this is the perfect time. You've got breath in your lungs. You've got strength in your bones. You've got one chance to live the life you were meant to live. Stop waiting. Stop hoping. Stop talking. Act. Because the difference between those who dream and those who do is that one group talks about it, and the other group gets it done. No more excuses. No more delays. No more maybe later. You've said enough. You've planned enough. Now, it's time to move. Time to fight. Time to finish. The world won't wait for you, and neither should you. So stand up. Take that step. Do the thing you've been avoiding. And when you do, when you finally act, remember this moment. Because this is where it all changes. This is where you stop talking about the dream, and start living it. No excuses. Done it now.